Guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Canada is in total chaos, and I want to say, guys, congratulations to all of you who voted Liberals. You got what you wanted. Now let's see how it turns out. And before we begin, guys, I want to tell you, don't forget to support this channel, subscribe to this channel, put big thumbs up, and leave a comment where you're watching from. I would really love to know which country or city you are watching from. I want to make sure that most of us are actually here in Canada. And did you support, which party did you support when you voted? We already know the elections results, so I'm not going to be blaming or judging anyone based on the votings. But anyways, what has happened? Why am I saying Canada is in chaos? Well, I'm in Alberta, I'm in Calgary, the best city in Alberta in my opinion. Well, I like to call Edmonton Edmonton. A lot of people I know, my friends who live in Edmonton, call it Edmonton too. So I don't want to say anything bad about Edmonton, but I'm in Edmonton, but I already did. I'm just joking with you guys. Anyways, so what is going on? We have actually, last time I checked, it was like 300 people since yesterday signed a petition to separate. Can you imagine that? To separate Alberta as a 51st state from Canada? But that's not the biggest news. 300 people is nothing. That's probably never going to happen anyways. But we do have some news that Alberta government is pushing a bill that is going to actually increase the amount of days that you can vote for from 90 to 120 for basically Alberta independence from Canada, and also the threshold. I think there it's 20% to 10% now to call that referendum. So basically, giving us a right. I love the fact that rest of Canada is like, whoa, Alberta is so terrible. Nobody talks how Quebec used it. They set the precedent. They were the ones who wanted to separate from Canada. And all Alberta is doing is saying that, well, if they did it, we can say something like that too, right? So I don't see anything bad about it, or saying that something like that has never happened. And honestly, guys, I don't think that Alberta will ever be separate from Canada. But if it was ever separated from Canada, it would probably go into top 20 countries in the world by itself, with so much of oil and prosperity that we have here. You see, the thing is, guys, I'll tell you, a lot of people in Alberta are disappointed. Now, I don't want to call this video as a separatist video or anything, but I'll just tell you why Albertans were so pissed off at Mark Carney, Justin Trudeau. Uh, Mark Carney is more conservative than Justin Trudeau, I think, but we'll see. So why Albertans are so outraged? Well, because single-use plastics, because they wanted to ban the EVs, because they want, no, not ban the EVs, but gas engines. Like they want everyone to have an EV engine in Canada, so that we, save the environment, so to speak, from global warming. While China and India, they can just pollute the hell out of it. Same world we are living in, while we, a tiny portion, are going to try to contribute to save it without solving the actual problem. But anyways, so a lot of people were outraged with that. Not especially the biggest outrage is jobs. Not allowing to manufacture oil, building our dependence on the United States, not building the pipelines and other things. So in that way, and also higher taxes, there's equity gain tax, also equalization payments to the Eastern Canada, subsidizing the rest of Canada based on our oil production here. So a lot of people in Alberta, cost of living going up, cost of housing going up, even though it's still more affordable than most of Canada. So what else? What else the Albertans are outraged for? Different policies, and especially hitting our industry and not letting us develop our oil manufacturing better and making this province more prosperous. Basically, yeah, there is some inadequacy and inequalities that outrage Alberta, and that's why Alberta and even Saskatchewan won't vote so overwhelmingly for conservatives. And I'm just saying to you what has happened. Now, I also want to say that I'm hoping that Mark Carney is going to be a great choice. I want to congratulate you if you voted for Mark Carney. It's good. People have made the choice. This is the democracy. That's the beauty about democracy, guys. And I'm more than anybody else, I think, a supporter of democracy and freedoms, because I think the freedoms and democracy is something that people have to fight for. And honestly, guys, so let's look what happens, because I think personally, I'll tell you what I think. Let me be very clear in what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, and it's actually, uh, and I want to see what you're saying. Also, will leave a comment down below that it would be a great leverage. You know, I'm not saying to separate or anything. No, I'm saying that it could be a great leverage. I'm saying it would be a great leverage because look at this. Quebec did it. What they got? Well, they got us to pay more. They got their own immigration program. They got more rights than the rest of Canadians in Quebec, right? They have their own legal system. They have a lot of things there. Like they literally got a lot, by whatever they wanted. They got money for it. So they came up and they said, "Hey, if you don't treat us well, we'll leave you. So you better treat us right." And everyone is like, "Oh shit, they're gonna leave. Okay, okay, don't cry. Here's the candy. It's all fine. It's all okay. And here you go. You have everything you want." They have a lot of more rights. They have their own immigration quotas. They have their own system. They have their an extra benefit for the language and everything. Not to say they discriminate against English speakers there, but it's really interesting how many things they were able to get it. And I think blaming Alberta, that Alberta is saying, "Oh, they put this legislation in place." I think it's a leverage. Here's what I think. I think that, guys, honestly, I'm getting distracted. I'm going to show you something right now. Let me show you what is distracting the hell out of me. And that is that roof over there. What the hell is that? Wow, this roof needs to go. Like, this roof was done not today. It was done like last year, maybe. Like, it has to be changed not today. If not today, it has to be changed yesterday. That's how bad that roof is. And I'm just, guys, I'm telling you, while I'm shooting the video, I'm getting text from my clients. I'm negotiating on buying a townhome right now in Urban Bay. Anyways, yeah, it's like I'm seeing homes every single day. It's my job. This is what I do for a living. I work in real estate. That's me. That's my contact. My wife, she's a mortgage broker. That's her. That's contact. Brokerages are there on the card too. For your references, she's a mortgage architect. I'm with the XP Realty. Anyways, so that's what I do for a living. So it really bothers me when I see something like that. I almost imagine it's a senior people living there that is suffering from, like not having enough money, not being able to afford to change that roof, and seeing that kind of roof, it just shows you how it puts Canadians, even those who might potentially have a house paid off, not being able to freaking change a roof, and it's really bad. Like, I almost want to start a fundraiser on this channel as we speak right now, and donate for that roof replacement. Hey, guys, seriously, leave the comments down below. If this video gets a lot of views and this comment gets lots of support, and you want me to do that, to start a fundraiser, I'm going to go to that home. I'm going to door knock, and I'm going to find out who lives there. And if it's a senior couple, we can put up together some money and help them change the roof, because this is like stupid that people cannot afford buying that. Like, literally, we could hire a contractor together if we have enough people who are willing to do that. But in the current situation, I'm not going to be surprised that in Canada, a lot of people are not going to be doing that, because they're like, "Well, Igor, you know what? If we had so much of money to share, like, it's yeah, that's the terrible thing about the chaos in Canada is that's why people are so thinking such things, like, oh, separation or something like that. Listening to Trump or something like that. That's why we have so many problems. I think the biggest hassle, the biggest problem in Canada right now is the cost of living, unaffordable housing, and not incomes are not enough, and families are not making enough money, and that roof is the evidence of that. Now, other roofs look better than that. But seriously, guys, I just want to see Canada doing better than it is right now. That's all I want for Canada, honestly. And I think Daniela Smith is not a separatist. I kind of like her, and I think that all this legislation is there just to push the government, federal government, to treat Albertans equally, like they treat everybody else. And, like not being bullied around by federal government, like Alberta has been neglected and bullied so much. I think it could be a good leverage, actually, to say, "Hey, If you don't listen to us, we'll leave. It's like a good strategy. That's what I do in real estate sometimes during negotiations. You just turn around and you're like, yeah, no, we have no deal. You walk away. And then they're like, oh, wait, wait, wait. You know what? Uh, let us think about it. And then they're like, yeah, we'll make it happen. So, same way, in negotiations for Alberta, maybe it could be used as a great leverage just to get better conditions for us. But we'll see how it turns out. I actually want to say, guys, I wish the best for Canada, everyone, and to you guys having a better life and having more money, having to pay less taxes, because I think we're paying more money is because we have insane budget spendings. We have stupid government spending that needs to be trimmed down. Like we have too much of spendings for no reason. We print too much of money. We make wrong decisions. I hope things are going to change a little bit. I'm always wishful thinking. Like I don't want to say that, oh, liberals won. That's it. I'm giving up or something. No, I think that there are two. What I like about Canada is that regardless of which government wins, which party wins, they have one goal: to make Canada better. So I'm not against liberals or any other party. I'm just saying that they have all the same goal. We are all basically in the same camp. We all want one thing, and that is better life for our kids, for ourselves, and for our kids, and for the future of this country. And I wish you all the best. I hope you're doing great, and thank you for watching. All the best to you, and we'll see you in the next video. And like they say, glory to Ukraine, I say glory to Canada. It's one of the best countries in the world, and just make it better. Bye for now.